Hello everyone, welcome to CUET Concept. I am Vishnu Mohan Pathak, your guide and mentor for CUET PG English Exam 2026, and I welcome you to another discussion of a question paper where we discuss the question paper of 2024. So this paper was conducted on the 13th March 2024, 13th of March 2024, that you can see here. And it was conducted in the shift 1, so there could happen a shift 2. I am not that aware, but the papers that I have with me were only of shift 1, so we'll have to look if other papers were there or not. But for the timing, we know that this is the one that we need to take as the model. Fine. So before we actually proceed, there is this specific offer by CUET Concept, and this is a special offer. So offer में क्या है कि the course is priced at 4,999, right? Course price, ठीक है, course price की बात कर रहे हैं हम. So the actual price of the course was 4,999. Then the coaching started to think of the students, and we provided it for 2,699. But the most wonderful offer that CUET Concept has come up with is that you can access my whole course in just rupees 1,499 if you contact the office. In any of the previous videos, the contact number is provided along with this, and I think no, so we don't have a number here, but in the last video, in the discussion of the 2023 PYQ, you can find something like that, where the contact details, and you can contact them. You will get a very comprehensive course on English literature, CUET PG exam, and it won't take you more than a month to cover all these things. All I want you to do, even if you buy my course or you don't, that is not an obligation, obviously. So if you buy my course, you can use the course as well as the books that I have provided. I have given a list of a few books that have to be read by everybody. I mean, even if you are buying this course or not buying this course, M.H. Abrams is a must. I have been saying it all along, and if you look at my videos, previous year paper solutions, in most of those solutions, in fact all of them, I have tried to provide sources. Today I'll be a bit quicker, but again, wherever needed, I'll highlight that this question is from this source. So stick to the basics. You have to cover M.H. Abrams, whether or not you buy my course. Course padhiye. What I can assure you, if you take my course, you don't have to worry about history of English literature, because that is something from where we can predict the nature of questions, and it's almost predictable. So I have tried to cover all the salient aspects of history of English literature, all the major movements, or major or minor, all included, everything. So you can get benefited from that course. However, there are certain sections that you cannot actually cover, like M.H. Abrams has a lot of entries, and NTA is interested in all those entries. Specifically certain, like some of them, like say eco-criticism is prescribed, so they might pick some author from that eco-criticism entry. Although I have tried to teach you, or tried to incorporate all the major terms, but still, because that is a 420 pages long book, almost 420 pages, तो वही उसको पढ़ना आपको खुद पड़ेगा. Coming to question number 1, and we'll take just a second to come up with okay. So before I start, I wanted to take a sip of water so that I don't get drained in between. Fine. Okay, let me try to connect this thing. Fine. So this is a question which says match the text to the genre or type. Again, this it includes texts that are already well known, so I don't think it would be a problem for you. Okay, silent. Fine. So if you have heard about at least one King Lear, you might have heard. If you have been a part of my course, I have taught King Lear and several other plays in detail. So King Lear, simple, if you play simply King Lear as tragedy, and Porphyria's Lover, which is by Browning, as a dramatic monologue. Fine, because Browning was known for dramatic monologues. Paradise Lost by Milton, anybody who has started in the English literature must be knowing that it is by Milton and it is an epic, long verse narrative sort of, and you have several books, 12 books. So Paradise Lost is epic, and the Dunciad by Pope is a satire, because again these are not difficult things. If you know bhai ye kiska hai, so you can arrange it. I'll leave or let's arrange it. A third, it is here, and B1 or 2, B1. Okay, so this is the option, correct option. In T.S. Eliot's seminal poem, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and I have been saying in my course, and I've been saying it to you all, that you have to read certain poems and certain texts. If you get an window, let's say you get a window of 50 days, try to read some of the poems, or try to just have a glance at some of these poems. So T.S. Eliot's seminal poem, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, it was prescribed in the syllabi of most universities. So the source can be either the syllabi or T.S. Eliot. In both cases, it is an important poem, and he is an important writer. So I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttling across the floors of silent seas. So the question is identify the figures of speech. So it is saying figures of speech, so it must be more than one. So if you look at the poem, a pair of ragged claws, okay? So a pair of ragged claws is basically claws represent a whole thing. So here if you look at the whole part relationship in synecdoche, it is the whole and part relationship, okay? So synecdoche is whole and part relationship, and silent seas, and you see claws scuttling across the floors, silent seas, repetition of sounds. So you know that it is alliteration. So C and D, you don't see that sort of paradox, and it is not metonymy, because metonymy's purpose is not to show this whole part relationship. जैसे उसमें है कि it is more or less referential. I have read Milton. You have read all of the works of Milton, but there are 10 hands. So 10 hands means 5 workers. 5 workers. So this is how you connect with synecdoche and alliteration. So it is C and D. Okay, they have an option C and D. Fine. Who out of the following are the seminal thinkers of the Enlightenment age? Thinkers of the Enlightenment age. So anybody who knows that Julia Kristeva and Michel Foucault are almost contemporary to us. Like Kristeva's intertextuality, she was writing in 70s, Foucault 60s, 70s, and you know that these people are quite close to you. And then Immanuel Kant and René Descartes. If you look at my video on CVT concept, literary terms and part 2, if I'm not wrong, and there I have discussed the Enlightenment age in detail. It is available on YouTube free of cost. CVT concept channel has these videos. So Kant and Descartes. some people argue that it is with Descartes' 1637 book, The Discourse on Method, where he talks of several things. For example, cogito ergo sum, which means I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am. So Descartes, who was also a mathematician, who was also a philosopher, came up with this idea. And some people, there are two opinions with respect to the Enlightenment age. One opinion says that it started with the publication of Principia Mathematica by Newton, and the other opinion says that it is with René Descartes that we find the beginnings of the Enlightenment age. So you can take either, whatever the options suit you. So Kant, whose Critique on Judgment and several other books have focused this specifically in relation to the ideals of the Enlightenment age. So Kant and Descartes are the only options. So C and D only. These people are quite familiar that they were writing close to us, basically close in the timeline sense. So arrange these comedies of William Shakespeare in their chronological order. Fine. Oldest first. So these questions are not that difficult in certain wait. Somehow okay, did we disconnect? What? I think we are live. Okay. Fine. So arrange the comedies of William Shakespeare. In my course, if you look at my course, it's Renaissance Part 3, in the video called Renaissance Part 3. I'm writing it for those who have already bought my course. Those who are not a part of the course can obviously read the actual source as well. पर मेरा काम ये है कि जो लोग मेरे स्टूडेंट्स हैं मैं उनके लिए फिर से रेफरेंस बता दूं कि पार्ट 3 में आई हैव डिस्कस्ड द टाइमलाइंस ऑफ ऑल दीज कॉमेडीज एंड प्लेज, ऑल द प्लेज, कॉमेडीज, tragedies, history plays, or even the problem plays. So anybody who knows Shakespeare even a little bit, I would say check page number 80, 81 or 82 of the Routledge history. ठीक है? If you don't know anything, Routledge history of English literature. Because a lot of you might not be buying my course, so you can check the actual source, Routledge history of English literature, and it is quite famous work. In fact, most of these questions of history of English literature can be traced in that book. So The Tempest is almost at the end of his career. So The Tempest would mean that you place A at the end in all these options. So it's quite clear, but all of them fall in certain categories. So let's say As You Like It might be in the year 1600. Taming of the Shrew is earliest, and it falls in the between a period of this 1589 to 1593 period, and Midsummer would fall somewhere between 93 to 98 period, or similar. So on this page, on these page numbers, you can find these discussions. So it's clear the Tempest, which was published in the year 1611, is the last one. If you're looking at the oldest first and the newest at the end. So it's this was an easy question for those of you who know Shakespeare a little bit. Select the traditional definition of the ballad. Then the source of this question is syllabus of LAQ P01, which is your CVT PG syllabus. Fine. A long lyric poem that is serious in subject and treatment, elevated in style and elaborate. It is the definition of epic. So a song transmitted orally. Since we have to select only one option, we got the option. Okay? And you see it's not short, it's transmitted orally, so it's an easy question. In fact, in our mock test, if you look at our mock test, which is available on the app, CVT Concept app, if you download this, okay, so it is for only the I think they have made the mock tests available only for the paid batch students. So for them, if you look at the mock tests number, I think mock test number 2, where I have included several important questions on ballots. And if you cover that mock test only, I think any question with respect to the ballot can be solved, and that's a guarantee. So this dissociation of sensibility is this. It's again very easy. Negative capability is a term that NTA is fascinated with. Just mark. ठीक है. Wimsatt and Beardsley, I have taught you intentional fallacy as well. ठीक है. Intentional fallacy. Negative capability. My message is by Aristotle. Who would be stupid enough to forget this idea? And then dissociation of sensibility is a term prescribed in our syllabus. We talked about it in the last. So this is a term. It came in year 2023, 2024. It will also come in 2025. And I have included at least 20 questions in my mock test on dissociation of sensibility. Just solve those 20 questions and you are done. If you prepare if you remember the answers of those questions, you are done with this. Okay. And if you this term, it's also in my my video YouTube pe, my video on YouTube. Okay, it's on YouTube, and you can refer to this term. And I think we have discussed dissociation of sensibility. Okay. So negative capability is by Keats, and you can match the correct option. So dissociation of sensibility, elite. Just take the correct option, whichever it is. It is for you to take. Which of the following is the correct rhyme scheme for the Petrarchan sonnet? So Petrarchan sonnet is something that has caught the attention of NTA. In 2025 PYQ as well, you find this question. The question on Petrarchan sonnet, and specifically its rhyme scheme. So do watch my video on sonnet. Again, literary terms part 5 or 6. Just check it on YouTube. I don't exactly remember because I taught these terms back in August or something, August or September. I don't exactly remember. But then, so I don't remember the categorizations, like which term did I discuss in which particular video. So, but I'm sure that it must be it must have been discussed in part 5 or part 6 only. So if you look at this is the most like clear option, ABBA, ABBA, CD, CD, CD. And there are several forms. For example, ABBA, the most standard form is this. ABBA, ABBA, CDE, CDE, DCD, DCD, CDC, DCD. Okay. So there are 3-4 options. And then there was this poem by Wordsworth. In that video, I have discussed which can be taken as an exception. And that exception was used by, so Petrarchan sonnet pe Wikipedia pe there's this proper entry, and they took one example from Wikipedia of Wordsworth's poem. It was on some young maid, and that is a specific variation of the Petrarchan sonnet. Then they might also ask, like Milton also used the Petrarchan sonnet itself. CD could be ascribed to Milton as well. So there is this one question, and it is usually twisted. All you have to do is to identify that these questions can be repeated, right? Identify the text that employs the allegorical mode. This, just refer to my video on YouTube again, YTL, right? And it's allegory. Allegory basically literary terms part 1. This first term that I have discussed, where Absalom and Achitophel by John Dryden, where the biblical king David is represented, and Geoffrey of Monmouth, and there are several other things. So I think these things reflect. So this is a sort of political allegory, political and historical allegory. So biblical king David represents, say, this king, and so on. Okay. It's also there in M.H. Abrams' page, the page on allegory. In the first paragraph itself, you will find this discussion. I am not going into those details currently because we have to cover 75 questions in the single session. on and on, now east, now west, wound the poor thread that this in this quote from Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca, what figure of speech is deployed when the driver is called the poor thread? Okay, let's focus on the question only. On and on, now you know, wound the poor thread that once had been our drive. Poor thread that once had been our drive. So this is a comparison, but no isn't like. So it is metaphor, right? It's easy. What is parapraxis also known as? Again, this is a question of psychoanalysis. Okay, psychoanalysis, and it discusses Freud. Like it was discussed by Freud, Sigmund Freud. So that is how you connect it. It is the Freudian slip. So in the Freudian slip, your unconscious is revealed. You reveal the unconscious through an involuntary act of speaking. Revealed, right? So let's say you are walking with your crush and you had to say, I love samosa, but you wanted to confess, right? You have feelings of love for her. So instead of saying that I love samosa, you said I love you. This is a Freudian slip. So where your unconscious comes out, right? So Freudian slip, we have discussed Sigmund Freud in our classes. It's an easy idea. And again, this is the correct answer. Identify the thinker who is not associated with the Frankfurt School of Marxist Aesthetics, established in 1923. So, the Frankfurt School is an important school of Marxist aesthetics. In this school, Theodor Adorno, Horkheimer, Max Horkheimer, Adorno, and Walter Benjamin. These were the, and there was someone called Marcuse, if I'm not wrong, someone called Marcuse, you can check. Okay. Okay. Someone, Herbert Marcuse, he is here. Fine, you can, no need to even check, he is. I was relying on my memory, but I just saw that it is there in the options. So Theodor Adorno and Benjamin and Horkheimer, Max Horkheimer. Louis Althusser was belonged to a different category of Marxism. Okay, and you already know about him. I have discussed a lot of his concepts in our classes. So Althusser, who is not associated, the question is not, so it's Althusser. I shall speak about women's writing, about what it will do. The laugh of the women. So it's a creature feminine we have discussed, where there is a specific category of women's writing. They are writing it, say, in response to a patriarchal sort of language, and saying that we have an alternative mode of writing. It's the female's writing. Okay. So in this case, neither theory nor theorizable creatures may conceived of a future, if not utopian practice. Women must write their bodies, write their desires, and so on. Okay, it's correct. This writing will confirm and realize for women. Correct. This writing will liberate the immense resources of the unconscious. Again, this is correct. And then A, B, C, and A could also, it cannot be really theorized. Yeah, so you can keep all four options, A, B, C, D. Okay, fine. We can keep all four. Identify the correct chronological order for the following theoretical movements. Again, as I said, in PYQ 2023, the last PYQ that I discussed, I had written a page number 402 of M.H. Abrams. So, and PYQ 2024, page number 402 of M.H. Abrams. Just a single page gives you these many questions, and it also gave an answer in 2025. सिर्फ पेज नंबर 402 पढ़ना है, 402 से 3-4 क्वेश्चन आपके बन जा रहे हैं. सी हाउ इजी इट इज, जस्ट दैट वी डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट सोर्स. सो इन दिस केस you know that new criticism is the earliest, ठीक है, earliest, because in the last class itself, in the last discussion itself of PYQ 2023, we said that it belongs to 1940s as page number 402 says. So B first, and in that case BADC means BADC is the only option. Let's say it wasn't so easy, मान लीजिए ऑप्शन नहीं मिला होता, तो आप क्या कहते हैं, स्ट्रक्चरलिज्म एंड फेमिनिस्ट क्रिटिसिज्म, दे हैव बीन प्लेस्ड इन 1960s. तो इनको एक साथ रखना होगा, ठीक है. उसमें डीसी करे सीडी करे कोई बात नहीं. पोस्ट कॉलोनियलिज्म को पोस्ट कॉलोनियल स्टडीज करके इसको पोस्ट कॉलोनियल, इट हैज बीन रेफर्ड एज पोस्ट कॉलोनियल स्टडीज, ठीक है, इन 1990s, ठीक. सो यू कैन अरेंज इट, इट्स easy. And please go through this page. I'm pretty sure that you will get a question from page number 402 of M.H. Abrams in 2026 as well. Arrange the following stages in the order that reflects Freud's arguments about the uncanny. So Freud was being focused upon, and I think even if they have not mentioned psychoanalysis in their syllabus, psychoanalysis means something. You have to refer to both Peter Barry and what we said, P.K. Nair. P.K. Nair's critical theory, critical literary cultural theory, and P.K. Nair and what we say, what is the name? Okay, I just took the name. Peter Barry's beginning theory. Sometimes I get confused with these names because again they are repetitive. So now the point is, what is uncanny? It is the unfamiliar, ठीक है, unfamiliar. So Freud had this concept of familiar and unfamiliar. For example, when you were young, आपको लगता था कि फला जगह भूत है. So this uncanny, this unfamiliar is also a part of how we grow up. It's basically a part of our psychology. So how it happens can be understood by this, which is the unconscious repetition of repressed childhood experiences. तो जो कुछ आपके childhood में हुआ, A, so we arrange it, A is the first. Like there are a few things in our unconscious that happened when we were young, right? So when we were young, and these ideas keep repeating later on. So it's a feeling of dread, ठीक है, feeling of dread. तो आपको थोड़ा एक डर जैसी भावना फील होती है, ठीक है. It is from something where you, it is from something to which you were familiar at some point, ठीक है, but now you are not familiar, right? So let's say there were certain anxieties in your childhood. For example, some people had the anxiety of castration, that their genitals would be castrated. These fears are instilled in children in like in certain parts of the world. So what happens? Some people grow with these, grow up with these, what we say, these fears. Fine. So the concept that he used, the words that he used, Heimlich versus unheimlich, right? So familiar versus unfamiliar. This is a game of familiar versus unfamiliar. Again, sorted. Let's not go into that much of detail. Then again, it is a return of what? It is a return also of childhood beliefs, things that you believed in your childhood, ठीक है. And for example, return of superstitions. Let's say superstitions. We talk of the superstitions. So you say, जैसे नींबू मिर्ची की बात करें, नींबू मिर्ची के ऊपर आपका पैर पड़ गया, now you are terrified because this is what you saw in your childhood. you saw it as terrifying in your childhood, and you might also be believing it right now. Animism means that you think that this diwal might be living and it will catch your neck, right? This bottle would turn into a dancing what we can say, dancing threat, whatever, or this bottle can turn into tatya bichu. So these are your fears that you bring from your childhood. Then this second stage would be the encounter with the double or doppelganger. Doppelganger is nothing but your, like, the second copy of your like you see a ghostly double, ठीक है, अपना ही आप एक डबल देखते. डबल मतलब समझ लीजिए आपका कोई जुड़वा हो, ठीक है, उस तरीके से you, and some, if you look at the mirror in the night, sometimes even I feel, and most of the people feel, that when you blow the torch, or like you keep the torch here and you see yourself in the mirror in the night, it is a terrifying figure because we have ghostly associations. हम भूत प्रेत से बहुत लोगों को डर लगता है, यही चक्कर हो जाता. So A followed by C is there in only one example. So B and D in recognitions of something familiar yet foreign. ठीक है, once familiar yet unfamiliar because it was lost for a while, and then manifestation of repressed infantile fears and taboos. जो repressed रह गया था. I have talked about repression in my classes, so I think it makes some sense now. Identify the early feminist work that discusses main writers like Milton, Pope, and Rousseau. So we are talking of the earliest work. I think B would be the only option. This is a trick question. B, vindication. It came in 1792. So what is the, and I have talked about this work. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं अभी ऐसा randomly जा रहा हूँ. We have discussed this when we were dealing with the feminist theory, and this is something that you can you'll find written about in most books on theory. So it is common characteristic among the following texts: Pamela, The Color Purple, Dracula, Humphrey Clinker. There are examples of Gothic literature. No, Pamela is not Gothic. They are all published in the same decade. Obviously not. They are so they are placed apart in historical timeline. All of them have a female protagonist, not necessarily, and they are written in the epistolary mode. Epistolary mode means in the form of letter writing. And what you have to do is to look at the timelines of these works who have written. I have already taught all these works, but then again, if you are not part of my course, if you do not study well, or if you have not studied well, so you can check at least the options mentioned. Always check the names of these books that have been mentioned and why they have been mentioned. Try to find out why this question was asked. It is not important that this was asked. Why? If you know the why, you know why, you know the mindset of the examiner. So Girish Karnad, Nagmandala, and again 2023 के PYQ, in 2023 PYQ you saw a question on mythical retellings. ठीक है, I'm connecting these years. How you can connect the PYQs, and then it had an option of Nagmandal. Had somebody who appeared in both 23 and 24 looked at the option, एक नागमंडल किसने लिखा है, जैसे मैंने कल बताया कि नागमंडल लिखा गया था कर्नाड ने, तो 23 के पेपर का 24 में you see the same question, नागमंडल. Then say Habib Tanvir, I think we have not discussed him in detail. Habib Tanvir was not discussed in detail, but I have discussed Badal Sarkar in detail, and specifically is एवं इंद्रजीत. हिंदी में होता है एवं इंद्रजीत, and in English it's and इंद्रजीत, एवं इंद्रजीत, ठीक है, एवं. So I have discussed this work at length. भाई मैं झूठ क्यों बोलूं, मैंने हबीब तनवीर को ढंग से नहीं पढ़ाया है. जब नहीं पढ़ाया तो मैं झूठ क्यों बोलूं, ठीक है. बट जो मैंने पढ़ाया है, क्या उससे ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो सकता है? डेफिनेटली. मोहन राकेश इज आषाढ़ का एक दिन. आई हैव टेकन द नेम ऑफ दिस वर्क in my course at least 5 to 7 times, and on YouTube at least 2-3 times. In fact, in the 2023 discussion, please go through the last video and see that I have written the name of Ashad ka ek din. I did not know that this question was asked. जब मैं पेपर सॉल्व कराने आता हूँ, I just take a glance. I never try to read all the questions because मैं भी एक कैंडिडेट जैसा फील करूँ जब मैं पेपर सॉल्व करा रहा हूँ. मुझे भी लगे कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऑब्वियसली आर टू इजी व्हेन लाइक हमें ग्लांस देने की आदत पड़ चुकी है, हम पेपर सॉल्व करने की आदत पड़ चुके हैं. तो एंड आई हैव बीन रिपीटिंग द सेम इन्फॉर्मेशन अगेन एंड अगेन, तो हमारे लिए थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है कई क्वेश्चंस को देख के समझना. बट अगेन मैं भी अपने आप एक डिग्री ऑफ अनफेमिलियरिटी रखना चाहता हूँ. मैं ऐसा नहीं कि मैं पेपर्स तैयार करता हूँ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. आपके लिए ठीक है, मैं कुछ चीज़ें देखा है ना, आपने चेक किया, लेकिन कई क्वेश्चंस ऐसे होते हैं जो मैं ऐसे पासिंग जस्ट देख लेता हूँ ताकि मैं डिस्कस करूँगा आपके साथ, है ना. सो मोहन राकेश एंड नाउ A4 it's there in 2 options. B now Tanvir's this Charandas Chor, of course this is a famous work, Charandas Chor, and I have read it. I might have not discussed Charandas Chor in my course, might not have discussed. I have no shame or in saying that I might not have discussed it in detail. Like I have taken the names of all these works and talked about what they are about, what they are all about. But then some of these works might miss your mind. So I have no shame in accepting it. I'm true to you. Okay, so that is why these PYQs are there. Like we solve PYQs to uncover what we have forgotten. So B3 is in only one case. They also knew कि if anybody knows Tanvir's option सब sorted है, ठीक है. Which of the following is written by the African American author Octavia Butler? Again, this is a question that might confuse you. जैसे हमने भी ऑक्टेविया बटलर को नहीं पढ़ाया या बस हो सकता है पासिंग रेफरेंस दिया था, बट ऑक्टेविया बटलर के बुक्स तो नहीं पढ़ाए, बट हमने उर्सुला के ले गोइन को पढ़ाया है. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड उर्सुला के ले गोइन, the American author, right? So if I have discussed, sometimes the question is not about the correct you have to understand, कुछ questions आपको आपके टेक्स्ट असली टेक्स्ट के नॉलेज को चेक करने के लिए बनाया जाता है, ठीक है. तो समटाइम्स हम उस ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. होता क्या है, जैसे द करेक्ट विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग करेक्ट ऑप्शंस होंगे ए फ्लेडलिंग एंड पैराबल ऑफ द सॉयल. तो करेक्ट तो ये हो गए, but this left hand of darkness and the ones who walk away from Omelas, these are 2 famous works, and these are by Ursula K. Le Guin. So if we know that somebody who is important, तो उसके तो वर्क्स हमें याद रहे, ठीक है. हमें ऑक्टेविया बटलर का अपने डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ा था. हमारा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने का अप्रोच ये होना चाहिए कि वी look at who is the most famous one. Like there was a question in UGC NET in which 3 works of Henry James were given, but the question said identify the work by identify the work by, it was by Joseph Conrad. Conrad बोल दिया. जोसेफ कॉनराड का वर्क था, एंड उस पे पूछा था कि identify the work by Conrad, but other 3 options were by Henry James, and we had read Henry James. So if you know about Henry James and his famous works, it could have been solved. तो इसी तरीके से you try to discover, ठीक है. And now coming to in which absurdist play first written in French as Fin de Partie would you find the following characters? If you look at M.H. Abrams, or if you look at any history of English literature book, or if you buy my course as well, you'll see that I have discussed Fin de Partie, and this is obviously if you know the characters as well, it's fine. It's just an extra information. Ham, Clob, Nag and Nell, these are all a part of the play called Endgame. It is by Samuel Beckett, right? The year has already been given, so, and you know that Waiting for Godot was also by Samuel Beckett. So it is so it has a paralyzed character. ठीक है, and this term end game, the term end game refers to the game of chess, and I'm not talking of the work by Middleton. So it refers to the actual game of chess where we play chess. So towards the end of any game, the setup comes closer to what we call the end game. So at this point, smart players or good players, not saying necessarily smart, people also learn certain tricks. So good players, what they do, they calculate certain moves and then they trade their queens. You might be aware about the existence of something called a queen, which is also known as wazir in India. So it's the most visible character, like it moves here and there. So after you have traded all the queens, traded the queens and other major pieces, you are left with the game of the pawns only. So those players who like to play with pawns usually trade their queens and other characters, other pieces. So this is how they play smartly, and they win only through their pawns. So this was so the reference is of chess. Fine. Identify the port of poems like background casually. Again, this is, if you look at the syllabus of any university, ठीक है, of let's say BHU MA, ठीक है, BHU MA, or even BA syllabi of several universities, DU, Lucknow, anything. हर वीडियो में मैं बोलता हूँ, please check the syllabi of B and MA of at least 5-7 universities. Repeating the names again, आप हो सकता है लास्ट वीडियो ना देखे हो. So it is for you. Repeat the syllabus of Lucknow University, Lucknow, Banaras Hindu University, Rajasthan University, Allahabad University if possible, and Delhi University. It's open learning course as well as its full-time course. So post practice, you know that these poems are by Nissim Ezekiel. He was a famous poet, and I have taught about him in our course. So he's the author of the 2014 novel The Black Hill. And you might be thinking that these, like Guy Patel, I have talked of Guy Patel in my course, and of course Mamang Dai, I referred to Mamang Dai, but then we did not discuss all of her works in detail. Then The Black Hill, it is by Mamang Dai again. She's an author from Arunachal Pradesh, and this work won the 2017 Sahitya Academy. And since you are supposed to know about all the awards, Nobel Prize, Sahitya Academy, these are famous prizes. So you have to check the list of these winners. So you can all spot it that way as well. So it's about tribal in the colonial setup, the संघर्ष जो होता है ट्राइबल लोगों का, उसको लेके है, and specifically the colonial struggles. So which famous author filmmaker was also the editor of the children's magazine Sandesh? Even if you don't know anything, you have to, if you had to make a guess, it must have been Satyajit Ray. ठीक है, he was an editor, he was also a writer, he was great writer, in fact great filmmaker. So if you know about his films like Apu Trilogy, so and these films are also available on YouTube. For example, Pather Panchali is available on YouTube if I'm not wrong, right? So Apu Trilogy, and there were several others, but I am currently reminded of this work because I liked it. And of course in the Apu Trilogy you can see, let me quickly check it. So it's the second one was Aparajito, yani Aparajit or Aparajito, and the world of Apu. उसको अपूर संसार बोलते हैं, और the world of Apu. And if you remember, we had, no, you might not be remembering, because when I was young, when I was a kid, we had this Apur Sansar in our syllabus of Hindi. So, and Pather Panchali, I watch the film. It's available on YouTube. So, and of course you have to know the famous filmmakers of your country. This is quite a common knowledge. And Satyajit Ray was such a big figure, so you have to know. Identify the author of the autobiographical text, the man who would be queen, autobiographical fictions. Now, this is a part of what we say Indian literatures. Okay? And this is a text of queer literature, let's say. Okay? Queer literature. So this is a work by Hoshang Marchant, but then you will also find that R. Raj Rao is also a writer of queer literature. I don't know if at this point the color combination R. Raj Rao, The Boyfriend, his work called The Boyfriend is also important, and check out his other works. Like there was something titled 181 or something. I don't exactly remember. I remember this work because this is something that I have looked at. And so this is about the experiences of a homosexual man. Take a homosexual man in Bombay, I think. It's about homosexual man in experiences. So it's an autobiographical work. Then Bend in the Ganges, the sea. In 2023 paper, you just saw it in the last video that we had discussed in the 2023 paper. Bend in the Ganges by Manohar Malgokar. A House for Mr. Biswas, V.S. Naipaul, I have already discussed this work. The Guide by R.K. Narayan. Of course, you cannot miss out on these names. And then M and the Big Whom, if you don't know, by Jerry Pinto. Also, of course, Jerry Pinto was discussed in our course when I was ending the history of Indian literature or English Indian literature or Indian writings in English part. I discussed Jerry Pinto at the end. For some reason I forgot to include him initially. So this is how you match it. I'm not interested in the options again because we have to discuss so many questions. Arrange the following Khushwant Singh novels in the ascending order of their publication. Again, this could be a complex question for some of you, but then if you know that Train to Pakistan came in the year 1956, because he is an important writer, you have to anyway know that he came in the year 1956, right? This came in the year 1956, and this one, Delhi, a novel, came in 1990. Okay, I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale and The Company of Women. So The Company of Women, it came in 1999. So let's arrange with this information. I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale was came in 1900 something, 50. Okay, it came in 59. So 56, 59, 90 and 99. I can arrange whatever. 56, it must, so A must be the first, and you see it is there in all options. Okay. And this D is the last option. So you eliminate something, and the question is about B or C. So C comes first. So A, C, B, D. Okay. Which Mahesh Dattani play person with the themes of gender and disability? Tara itself. Tara is about gender and disability. Bravery for the Queen is more political. Okay. And we have discussed these works by Dattani in our course. Which of the following works of magical realism can be accredited to the celebrated author Gabriel Garcia Marquez? Do you remember that he was also asked in the 2023 PYQ? I'm saying that you have to remember these names. Try to find out just keep a separate few pages where you just note the authors who have appeared, their works that have appeared, and try to find out more works by the same author, right? So it is, of course, this Chronicle of a Death Foretold, and I've been saying that 100 Years of Solitude, 100 Years of Solitude. I write this name in every single video, I think, because we have repetition of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, 100 Years of Solitude. And whenever we discussed we'll discuss magical realism. Marquez is mandatory, so yeah. Match the author, and how do you know कि भाई यही theme and यही चीजें हैं, ठीक है? आपको magical realism, when you read genre and when you look at novels, you also look at magical realism as a category. You look at Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who was writing. So even if you check even the Wikipedia page, you'll get the information. But you have to take all the authors who are being asked seriously. Just say, for example, this is a very significant question. What it gives you? It gives you an idea that you have to look at the prominent 20 to 30 authors of Hindi literature. ठीक है, Indian literatures. The source is the term Indian literatures, right? And I have been saying Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, and all literatures, all 22 literatures could be significant. Bengali का आप जाइए Wikipedia page देख लीजिए कितना time लगता है. Just check their Wikipedia pages out, and you'll find that हाँ, these are famous works. So those of you who are from the Hindi belt would be knowing that Ramdhari Singh Dinkar's Rashmi Rathi is a famous work where there are several important dialogues. In fact, even when we were young, we were taught मित्रता बड़ा अनमोल रतन, कब इसे कब तौल सकता है धन. ठीक है, Duryodhan says this, and there are famous dialogues in third part of Rashmi Rathi where Shri Krishna speaks, है ना. So उसमें और उस पे कहानी है कि श्री कृष्ण जाते हैं मांगने के लिए 5 गांव. वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम, सह धूप घाम पानी पत्थर, पांडव आए कुछ और निखर, सौभाग्य न सब दिन सोता है, देखें आगे क्या होता है. मैत्री की राह बताने को, सबको सुमार्ग पर लाने को, दुर्योधन को समझाने को, भीषण विध्वंस बचाने को, भगवान हस्तिनापुर आए और पांडव का संदेशा लाए. ठीक है, मैंने पढ़ भी दिया, आपके ऑप्शंस मिला दिए. मैथिली शरण गुप्त के भारत भारती, इट वाज सच एन इन्फ्लुएंशियल वर्क. भारत भारती वाज chanted, it was chanted by freedom fighters, right? It was chanted by freedom fighters. Its lines, it's about how we have declined as a nation and how we can raise our position. It came in 1910s, the decade of 1910s, and this was, and Saroj Smriti, Tripathi's Nirala Saroj Smriti is a famous work where he lost some people, right? In his life, he lost some people, and so it's a significant work of Hindi literature. मुझे अगर 1-2 लाइन उन्विंस पर जो प्रथम चरण तेरा वह जीवन सिंधु तरण, I was just looking at these lines. It's written in such beautiful Hindi, and you can match the options fine. And Mahadevi Verma's and Yama, and these are all famous writers. So they will ask some question from Mahadevi Verma, they will ask some question from Agge, Sachidanand, Hiranand, Vatsyayan, Agge, and there are several famous authors. 20-30 का ही तो देखना, प्रेमचंद से क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं वो, ठीक है. तो ज़्यादा नहीं करना है मेहनत आपको. Just look at famous writers, and it is, I think the Wikipedia page must have included all this information. Which of the following are the features of an idiolect? Say if you ask me the source, भाई मैंने कहाँ से पढ़ा था, जब मैं जिंदगी में पढ़ रहा था. It's written in George Yule, the book of George Yule. It's called Study of Language. And those of you who buy this book and read this one would achieve a sort of mastery in linguistics. आपका बहुत बड़ा काम हो जाता है. लेकिन for phonetics you need T. Balasubramaniam. These 2 books और आपका MA NET सब कुछ निपट जाएगा. इतना बेहतरीन. इनफैक्ट those of you who are opting for CVT PG linguistics can also go for it. It is the particular form of a language that is specific to a group. It's not specific to group. It is a language variety that emanates from the type of language used by a particular social group is not. The speech are habitual to an individual. Idiolect means that it is about an individual. Dialect is a form of dialect is this form of language. There are varieties of the language, and all of them are say there are 19 dialects in Hindi. So it could Magai, Bhojpuri, and there are several others, of course. So इसमें idiolect is individual speech. जैसे मैं किस तरह बोलता हूँ, there are patterns in my speech, there are ways that make me my speech distinct. ठीक है, you'll some mimicry artist who is mimicking Vishnu Mohan Pathak would mimic it in a certain way. So I have a specific style. There are specific speech traits that are that are particular to me. And then this word is mainly used by linguists when discussing the difference from one person to another. Again, C and D are correct options, so it's in linguistic. So you also need to know about registers. Take a registers. You also need to check out these terms, Pidgin, Creole. ठीक है, ये सब इस बुक में स्टडी ऑफ लैंग्वेज में मिल जाएगा. पिडगिन, क्रियोल, रजिस्टर, जार्गन. ठीक है, सॉरी, जार्गन, ठीक, डायलेक्ट, डायग्लॉसिया. डायग्लॉसिया मीन्स जैसे एक ही लैंग्वेज में एक हाई फॉर्म एक लो फॉर्म. मेरे को बोलना इज द लोअर वेरिएंट एंड मैं जा रहा हूं, मुझे दीजिएगा इज द हायर वर्जन, द स्टैंडर्ड वर्जन. ठीक है. सो रजिस्टर, पिडगिन, क्रियोल, अलग अलग जगह पे लैंग्वेजेस अलग अलग. जैसे क्रियोल इन मॉरिशस देयर आर क्रियोल्स आर फॉर्म्ड इन सर्टेन ग्रुप्स. जैसे फ्रेंच का, इसका, इंग्लिश का और हिंदी का, भोजपुरी का मिला के क्रियोल बना दिया, वैसा है. ठीक है. तो उसको पढ़ाना तो थोड़ा कम टाइम है तो नहीं कर सकते, बट फाइन. X is the practice of converting a text from a language into another language on the basis of sound. On the basis of sound. So we kept कि convert किया sound के. Unlike a translation. Translation नहीं है ये. Meaning of the words. Meaning नहीं बताता. But it helps you pronounce them. Pronounce करने में help करता है. It changes the letters from one alphabet into the corresponding similar sounding. एक जैसे पढ़ रहे हैं, जैसे लिखा हुआ है, वैसा ही दूसरे लैंग्वेज में वो लिखा हुआ मिलेगा. मतलब you will be. So it is about pronunciation simply. जैसे हम अभी हिंदी में लिख रहे हैं वैसा ही उसको उसमें लिखा जाएगा. सो इट्स सिंपली ट्रांसलिटरेशन. आई डोंट इवन हैव टू लुक एट द ऑप्शंस. सो लेट्स से यू रोट नमस्ते एंड यू रोट नमस्ते. दिस इज ट्रांसलिटरेशन. ठीक है. सो दिस इज ट्रांसलिटरेशन. द सेम स्पीच साउंड्स आर रिटन इन द अल्फाबेट्स ऑफ अदर लैंग्वेज. ठीक है, अल्फाबेट्स ऑफ other language, alphabet of other language. ठीक है, this is very important. Semantics is about meaning. Semantics is the study of meaning. Graphological translation is that comes much later, और वो आपके काम का नहीं. Transcription means where you give the actual sounds. ठीक है. So let's say you use something like SIT. सॉरी, ये चीज है तो यू यूज दिस फॉर सिट. ठीक है. दिस इज ट्रांसक्रिप्शन. ट्रांसक्रिप्शन क्यों लग रहा है भाई देख के? अगेन फिर से ट्रांसक्रिप्शन लग रहा है. ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, दिस इज ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, राइट? सो आई थिंक दिस इज एनफ. अ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी ऑफ दिस इज अ बिग क्वेश्चन अगेन. तो बहुत बड़ा सा टेक्स्ट पढ़ना पड़ेगा. शुड आई रीड इट फॉर यू और यू विल रीड इट योरसेल्फ? वी कैन टेक अ फ्यू सेकंड्स एंड you can read the question and then we'll come to it. So, a comparative study of literature is 2 hours works of literature are juxtaposed to ascertain the presence of similar or dissimilar literature. So, this question is about comparative study, comparative literature that is prescribed in a syllabus, but कोई genuine GK नहीं पूछ रहा उसका, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल नहीं पूछ रहा. It is saying that it's a technique through which you juxtapose, you compare different works of literature. ठीक है, whether they have similar elements or not. Literary contact between texts can be classed as genetic or typological. The typological contacts stem from those interliterary similarities that are born thanks to the sameness or similarity of the types of circumstances. So basically typological means कि किस परिस्थिति में वो दोनों एक जैसे हैं. ठीक है. And giving rise to identical, ideological and other problems. So बोल रहा है कि इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में अगर सिमिलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट की बात करें, सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ आइडियोलॉजी की बात करें तो उसको हम टाइपोलॉजिकली मान सकते हैं. सो इट इज बेसिकली गिविंग यू द थियरी. द रियल क्वेश्चन बिगिंस हियर. फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग लाइक द टेक्स्ट दैट bears typological similarity to Anna Karenina, which is by Tolstoy. Okay, I have a pen. ठीक है. So if you look at the exact similarity, ठीक है, तो War and Peace has nothing to do with Anna Karenina, which is, and this is a very significant work, important work by Tolstoy, right? Leo Tolstoy. War and Peace has nothing to do with Anna Karenina, which is a different psychological exploration. Mrs. Dalloway is, okay, this is a confusing option. ठीक है, Mrs. Dalloway could be a confusing option, but then but there are a few things that are not there. For example, the consequences of romantic affiliation, the consequences of romantic illusions, this is not there. So God of Small Things is altogether different. And Madame Bovary, it is by Flaubert. ठीक है, गुस्ताव फ्लॉबे. फ्लॉबे की स्पेलिंग फ्लॉबर्ट होती है. ठीक है, फ्लॉबर्ट, गुस्ताव फ्लॉबे. ये कहाँ है, ये कहाँ से आपको मिलता है? BHU के MA इंग्लिश के सिलेबस, BHU MA इंग्लिश सिलेबस में you will find this work. ठीक है. So this is how you compare, and the reasons for comparison are जैसे अनफुलफिल्ड डिजायर्स हो गए. अनफुलफिल्ड डिजायर्स दोनों में कॉमन है. ठीक है. consequences of romantic illusions. ठीक है, these are common terms. और फिर इडियोलॉजिकल बात हो रही है जिन केसेस में, जैसे इनफिडेलिटी एक कॉन्सेप्ट है. ठीक है, इनफिडेलिटी, आपको कोई वफादार नहीं है, वफादारी की कमी, तो ये सब चीज़ें हैं और इस हिसाब से आप कॉमन टर्म्स जोड़ते हैं. ठीक है. और नाउ subtitling, this is a question on both the idea of translation as well as cultural studies and film studies. Let's say आप सबको पता होगा कि डबिंग क्या होती है. ठीक है, डबिंग क्या होती है? वॉइस एक्टर इन द वीडियो प्रोडक्शन वर्ल्ड, द फ्रेज इज यूज्ड व्हेन द ओरिजिनल स्पीकर्स ऑडियो ट्रैक इज रिप्लेस्ड एंटायरली बाय. सो वीडियो में डबिंग होती है. सबसे सिंपल चीज़ ये है. ठीक है, डबिंग का अर्थ ये हुआ कि आपके जैसे मारा जाएगा, या साउथ फिल्म्स के जैसे कहते हैं महासूरवीर परम बाहुबली आ रहे हैं, तो द वॉइस एक्टर इज चेंज्ड, है ना. तो और इफ़ यू लुक एट जंगल बुक या किसी ऐसा कुछ, वो मोगली वाली स्टोरी के उसके डबिंग बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हालांकि मुझे सुन के मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. ठीक है. देन सब टाइटलिंग. सब टाइटल क्या होता है? लिख के आता है जो आप पढ़ते हैं फटाफट. सब टाइटलिंग इज ट्रांसलेशन प्रैक्टिस द कंसेप्ट प्रेजेंट इन रिटन टेक्स्ट. ठीक है, लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द स्क्रीन में सब टाइटल्स लिख के आते हैं, तभी तो आप जान जाते हैं. लेट्स से यू आर वाचिंग अ फिल्म इन मलयालम एंड यू आर वाचिंग अ फिल्म इन जापानीज, यू डोंट नो द एक्चुअल लैंग्वेज द स्पीकर and they have not dubbed this film but they provide you with English subtitles, then you can watch it. ठीक है. तो and then voice over, हमने क्या कि voice over किया. ठीक है, इन्होंने इसका voice over कर दिया. तो it is an off camera commentary. जैसे मान लीजिए मैं PPT पढ़ा रहा हूँ and if I go away, ठीक है, if I move away from the screen, this would be called a voice over. So C is off camera or off stage commentary. So in a production technique where a voice that is not a part of the narrative is used in a radio, television presenter and other cases. So I am just saying script पढ़ना और ये कर. Now transcreation is a term. It is a term chiefly used by advertising marketing professionals to refer to the process of adopting a message from one language to another while maintaining its style. And in the 2023 PYQ, ठीक है, we discussed somebody called Purushottam Lal, and who had translated Godan. ठीक है, he also gave the concept of transcreation. In fact, I think it was initially discussed by him in an essay. ठीक है. Choose the correct option. Again, this would be too difficult. Through A4D D2. A4D2 is D2 is in only one case, so this. Arrange the steps of translation process in the correct order again. Analysis of the source language text in order to, again, this is the first part. आप analysis नहीं करेंगे तो क्या करेंगे, ठीक है? And transfer of the meanings from the source language to, हाँ, again आप transfer करेंगे, analysis करेंगे, transfer करेंगे, फिर उसको restructure करेंगे again. So it is A, B, C, and this is by Eugene Nida. If you look at the Nida School of Translation, it's his model, Eugene Nida's model. And you will say ये निडा कहाँ से आ गए? Just 2023 के PYQ में options जाके देखिए ना एक बार. Just look at the options. Eugene Nida was there. उन्हीं का आइडिया उठाया, अगले साल पूछ दिया. ठीक है, Nida School of Translation. Again, for it you have to read the history of translation. You can download any PDF, and or if you are a part of the course, you will be given my PDF. So the picaresque novel is characterized by the adventures and travels of a roguish but appealing character. Which of the following texts can be cited? So picaresque, we have discussed it hundreds of times. I don't think you need to discuss that much of it. So Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, you already know that it is Huckleberry Finn, and so it's Moll Flanders, Don Quixote. It is one of the earliest works in this case, and of course, if you take Becky Sharp's Adventures, Becky Sharp के जो प्रोटैगनिस्ट है, तो एडवेंचर्स लेते हैं, तो you can check, you can keep ABCD all, ठीक है? ABCD सभी सही हैं, सब सही हैं, ठीक? तो सभी पिकारेस्क दे दिया आपको बेवकूफ़ बनाने के लिए. Again, so why is it? Which novelist has had the rare honor of winning the Nobel Prize for Literature for his or non-fiction? Okay, so this is an interesting question, and because we also were a bit surprised when she won the prize. It was Svetlana Alexievich, whatever we pronounce it, Alexievich. हाँ, सही कर लिया. So she is from Belarus. She is a Belarusian investigative journalist. ठीक है. She's and this is one of the questions that I had a look at. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं ऐसा randomly आया, बस मुझे याद आया कि हाँ ठीक है, जब मैं इसके लिए कभी-कभी हम लोग भी आते हैं पढ़ते हुए, जब कुछ पढ़ रहे होते हैं तो कुछ याद आता है, ठीक है. तो she has written about the Soviet era. Soviet USSR was there, dismantled in the year 1990. In which elegy would you find these famous lines? Arey, it is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. In memoriam AHH, we have discussed this in our syllabus as well by Tennyson, and it is in almost all famous books, ठीक है, by Tennyson. It was written in 1850. क्या पता अगले साल पूछ दे. Elegy written 1751. Pearl and Lycidas, हमने देखिए, Lycidas was in 2023 PYQ. If you knew it, ये सॉल्व हो जाता ना. यही ग्रेवयार्ड पोएट्स 2023 PYQ. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हम रिलेट कर रहे हैं 22, 23, 24 को. 22 वाले वीडियो में बताया 25 में क्या है, 23, 24 में क्या है. 23, 24 तो सुख मैंने नहीं देखा था, तो मैंने 22, 25 को रिलेट किया. 23, 22, इस तरह हम सारे पेपर्स को एक कलेक्टिव रिसोर्स के रूप में देख रहे हैं, ठीक है. And now question number 37. V.S. Naipaul received the Booker Prize for in a phrase state 1971. Okay, fine. Factual question. We'll quickly move to arrange the following. Stephen King, the American writer. Again, I hate questions of chronology, specifically of these. Like you ask something. But Joyland is the newest work. It is, I think it is. It came in 2013. It's not that far from us. So this can be solved, and then Carey must be his first, earliest, 74. And let's just place it this way. Carey and A and B are cases, two cases, so we have to they want us to remember all the facts, and these are ideas that could be a bit difficult, and I think a lot of students must have missed out on these questions. So 1987 आया. So C would come first, and we had arranged A, B, C. Okay, right. A and B, C would come first. So the third one, A, C. The signing 77 में. ये बहुत इनके डिस्कशंस हैं. इंपॉर्टेंट ऑथर हैं, प्लीज चेक. ठीक है. प्लीज द फेमस फिक्शनल डिटेक्टिव्स इन ऑर्डर ऑफ देयर. ब्योमकेश बख्शी, आपने देखा होगा, सुशांत सिंह राजपूत ने इनका प्ले किया था रोल. ठीक है. तो मुझे जहाँ तक लगता है ना, ये जो ड्यूपॉन्ग की बात है, I think they are referring to if they are referring to, क्योंकि और लोग हैं तो ये 1841 में आया था. तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन आई थिंक एनटीए ने भी यही लिखा होगा, डी को पहले डाला होगा. अच्छा, अभी तो खैर और भी वर्क्स हैं. सो अगर आपको याद हो, मेरी क्लासेस याद हो, तो 1887 में हमने बात की है शर्लॉक होम्स की. ठीक है. एंड हरक्यूल्स पॉयरट. व्हेन आई वाज डिस्कसिंग अगाथा क्रिस्टी. सो क्रिस्टी के ये 1920s के फेज में उनका है. एंड बख्शी केम इन, I think it first appeared in someone else's work in 1928, but it appeared somewhere around 1930-32. You can check 30-32 range में. तो ब्योमकेश would come at the end. So हमको लगता है सबसे आसान तरीका ब्योमकेश के जरिए जाना था. ब्योमकेश सबसे नए हैं. आपको ईयर नहीं भी याद हो तो ब्योमकेश सबसे नए हैं. तो वहाँ के बंगाली पीपल कॉल हिम ब्योमकेश. आई थिंक if anyone is from Bengal, please comment if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Identify the author who is said to have produced the first bestseller in Hindi. Harivansh Devaki. Again, of course, Devkinandan Khatri was quite famous author. Please, if you remember, I don't think I took his name in a YouTube video. Yeah, I took Devkinandan Khatri's name in 23 PYQ, if I'm not wrong, or it must have been the course. Sometimes I get confused कि कहाँ नाम लिया. तो देवकीनंदन खत्री का चंद्रकांता संतति. Do you remember चंद्रकांता? मतलब जो आई थिंक 1894 के अराउंड चंद्रकांता आई थी, राइट? चंद्रकांता 1888 में चंद्रकांता आई थी. 1888 में चंद्रकांता संतति करके वो वर्क चंद्रकांता पे. एंड मोहम्मद इरफान जो थे एक्टर हमारे, मोहम्मद इरफान खान, ही यूज्ड टू राइट इरफान खान. सो ही वाज द वन हु प्लेड क्रूशियल रोल इन चंद्रकांता एंड ही रोज टू प्रोमिनेंस. ठीक है. तो पहले बेस्ट सेलर यही थे, बहुत बिकी है किताब. आइडेंटिफाई द ऑथर ट्रांसलेटर हूम. अच्छा, ये भी बहुत, दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन दैट इज मोर और लेस बेस्ड ऑन, दिस बेसिकली बिलोंग्स टू द अवार्ड्स कैटेगरी, राइट? तो करेक्टली मैं, जैसे हांगकांग अभी इन्होंने अवार्ड जीता. ठीक है. तो अगर कोई अवार्ड जीत रहा है, ठीक है, तो वो चीज़ हो जाती है कि जैसे हांगकांग आप लोगों ने पढ़ा कि उन्होंने अवार्ड जीता हांगकांग ने, और उनका डेबोरा स्मिथ ने उनको ट्रांसलेट किया. सिमिलरली ओल्गा को जेनिफर ने किया और एलिना को एन ने. इनके अब्दुल रजाक गुरना जिन्होंने नोबेल प्राइज भी जीती थी, उनकी जो थी वो उनके ट्रांसलेटर का नाम ये नहीं था. उनके ट्रांसलेटर का नाम एन गोल्डस्टीन था. ठीक है. तो दिस इज हाउ यू, एंड दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन ट्रांसलेशन. ठीक है. तो क्वेश्चन ट्रांसलेशन को भी है और क्वेश्चन इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट द अवार्ड्स. सो यू हैव टू फॉलो बोथ. Arrange the following Gothic novels in ascending or chronological order, oldest first. This is, I think, this would be a bit easier for some people who have actually. I think it would be easier for almost all of you because you all know that Bram Stoker's Dracula comes too late, so it is. But then the question is, who will come at the first place? Is it the Castle of Otranto, which came in 1764? ठीक है, or is it is it C, Anne Radcliffe's The Mysteries of Udolpho, or I think, although it is an easy question, ठीक है, because there's a huge difference, but some people may get confused. So of course D begins the discussion, so it is DCBA. But of course जब आप द मंक या बाकी की बात करते हैं तो ड्रैकुला 1890, ड्रैकुला से तो सभी लोग डरा करते हैं, ठीक है. सो आगे बढ़ते हैं एंड प्लीज़ चेक गॉथिक नॉवेल्स, ठीक है. गॉथिक नॉवेल्स मैंने वीडियो, अगर आप कोर्स खरीदते हैं तो आपको इस पे बहुत अच्छा एक मिलेगा पीपीटी, वो सफिशिएंट है, जो मैंने पढ़ाया सफिशिएंट है. मार्गरेट एटवुड्स, this is a question that I think was not that easy to figure out, क्योंकि these are retellings, ठीक है. The questions are about retellings. So for example, we have talked about Margaret Atwood in our course in detail, so it becomes a bit easier for people to identify that it is about Tempest again. तो A2 is in only one option, तो थोड़ा इजी है. इन्होंने क्या किया कि अब देखिए, मैंने कभी जैसे मैंने कॉलिन ओक्स का मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं है, क्वीन ऑफ हार्ट्स. आई हैव नेवर रेड, आई हैव नेवर सीन दिस वर्क, एंड इनफैक्ट आई हैव नेवर गूगल्ड इट अगेन. मैं आपको ये पेपर कराने से पहले मैंने ये क्वेश्चन नहीं देखा था, और ये मुझे नहीं मालूम है कि क्वीन ऑफ हार्ट्स किस पे बेस्ड है. पर सिंस आई गेट टू नो कि भाई ठीक है, आप जैसे बार्कर का है द साइलेंस ऑफ द गर्ल्स, इट्स सॉर्ट ऑफ फेमस वर्क एंड इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द इलियड, ठीक है. तो D3 भी एक केस बन सकता है, D3, तो D3 भी ऐसा आप देख सकते. और कमला शमशी का होम फायर, ये भी कभी कभी आपको सुनने में आ जाता है, न्यूज में आ जाता है, मतलब डिस्कशंस में यू गेट टू नो सम पीपल आर वर्किंग ऑन दीज टॉपिक्स, सो यू गेट अ फेयर आइडिया. एंड इट इज ऑन एंटीगनी. How do you get to know कि भाई आप when you search Antigone, when you search say works like the Iliad, Tempest, Alice in Wonderland, which is this, so you see that some of these works have been adapted and adapted into several films, languages and so on, or in other works. So it's a retelling, this case of retellings. तो यहाँ तो बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत नहीं हुई, क्योंकि हम एक ऑथर से ही काम चला ली. Set in Darlington Hall, this Booker Prize winning is a story about post-war Britain and influence of Nazis on. Okay, अच्छा, ये question is post-war Britain, and if you look at Kazuo Ishiguro, history of English literature works, और PYQs, कहीं पे भी आपको Ishiguro और पॉपुलर लोगों पे बात करें तो भी इनका ये तो क्वेश्चन पॉपुलैरिटी के बेस पे भी आपको समझ में. एंड दिस ऑल्सो ऑन दैट इज इंग्लिश पेशेंट, it is also about war. It is about WW2, World War II. So sometimes you get confused. तो यहाँ पे इशिगुरो की वर्क है, क्योंकि वो काफ़ी आजकल पढ़े जाते हैं, आई नो. और हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर रूटलेज का जैसे, उसमें आई थिंक इनका नाम लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है, उस पर आप देख सकते हैं. The first Progressive Writers Conference was held in Lucknow on this date identified. It was okay. This is just to confuse you. Year 1936. मेरा जब कोर्स चल रहा था, मैंने आपको कितनी बार बताया कि 1936 में प्रोग्रेसिव राइटर्स एसोसिएशन बना था, उसी का अलायंस हुआ था, मतलब हमारे काफ़ी. और इसमें प्रेमचंद ने बोला था साहित्य का सॉरी, आई थिंक आई कैन राइट इट बेटर. साहित्य का उद्देश्य क्या है? उद्देश्य क्या है? This is the speech that he gave, speech by Premchand. व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ लिटरेचर, ठीक है, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ लिटरेचर. प्रेमचंद, and the same year 1936 was the year when Godan was also published, right? Godan was also published in the same year, and Premchand died in the same year, ठीक है, 36. तो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट ईयर है इस सेंस में. आइडेंटिफाई द राइटर्स एसोसिएटेड विद द हार्लेम रेनेसां. अगेन हार्लेम Renaissance is a topic that you will find in M.H. Abrams, and you will quickly figure out this name if you had read. So जैसे लैंगस्टन ह्यूज हैं, आई थिंक चूंकि आपको 3 ऑप्शंस देने हैं, आपको पता है कि फॉकनर नहीं है तो मैककेन ये लोग हैं ही, तो ABD कुड बी, ABD कहाँ है भाई, ABD पहला ही ऑप्शन. फॉकनर का जैसे एब्सोलोम, ठीक है, तो he wrote Southern Gothic. I have told you about Southern Gothic when we were discussing American literature, where you see Gothic, but violence is it's an American category again. Violence, you see a lot of violence in this. Arrange the Shakespearean tragedies in order of the period. Again, this is something that you will that you can solve if you can if you look at that page number that I referred to. So Titus was his earliest. 1594 में यूजुअली रिगार्डेड, ठीक है, और भी इसके ऑप्शनल डेट्स हो सकते हैं, ठीक है. तो डी को और पहले प्लेस किया जाए तो देयर आर ओनली 2 ऑप्शंस, एंड देन अगेन सो यू हाउ डू यू प्लेस समथिंग, यू प्लेस समथिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू which is the last. So Othello इन सब के बाद ही आया, इन सब के बाद आया, तो it came in 1604. So C must be the last one. D C का केस कहाँ पे बन रहा है? No, D, sorry, Coriolanus and Julius Caesar. So C 1604, okay, Coriolanus बचता है, Coriolanus तो और बाद में आएगा, 1608 में आएगा. Or some people say that 1599 is the year of Julius Caesar, but then there could be inconsistencies as well with respect to plays like this. So आप इसको arrange कर सकते हैं, and B end में आएगा, B and D, DB का केस यहाँ पे है, तो ऐसे हो जाएगा. To which famous Indian playwright can the following plays be? Again. Who is this? This is Badal Sarkar, Pagla Ghoda, Basi Khabar, Pralap. I have discussed in my course. Do you remember it? Part 4 इंडियन लेक्चर, इंडियन पे 4था-5वां जो पार्ट था उसमें कहीं क्लास जो थी उसमें कहीं डिस्कस किया था इसको, इन पागला घोड़ा को तो स्पेसिफिकली, ठीक है. सेलेक्ट एग्जांपल्स ऑफ स्पेकुलेटिव फिक्शन फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग. सो स्पेकुलेटिव फिक्शन आप लोगों ने इसके बारे में काफ़ी कुछ मतलब पढ़ा होगा, क्योंकि बेसिकली देयर आर हाइपोथेटिकल वर्ड्स. जैसे स्पेकुलेटिव फिक्शन में क्या होता है, हाइपोथेटिकल वर्ड्स होते हैं, वर्ल्ड, देयर आर हाइपोथेटिकल वर्ड्स एंड सो ऑन, ठीक है. दिस हैज समथिंग टू डू, एंड ऑफ कोर्स द मर्डर ऑफ दिस स्पेकुलेटिव वर्ड सरगासो. So Fahrenheit by Ray Bradbury directly falls into this one. Agatha Christie is a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery, murder वाला है, ठीक है, murder mystery है, and we have talked about this work. तो Wild Sargasso Sea is included in women's writing, and it is also in post-colonial, ठीक है, post-colonial fiction का ये part हो जाता है. But it is considered obviously. It is a reimagining of the work, and Great Gatsby तो कभी कोई possibility नहीं है. Although contains speculative elements, ठीक है, elements, but पोस्ट कॉलोनियल है प्राइमरली, ठीक है, इसीलिए. और एंटी ऑप्शन भी नहीं दे रही है कि इसको सेलेक्ट करें, तो ठीक है, ए ओनली इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, ठीक है. इसके एलिमेंट्स हैं, बट ठीक है. फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच आर वर्ड्स और फ्रेजेस दैट आर, व्हाट आर फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच. अब ये ऐसे क्वेश्चन जब हम लोग को डिस्कस करने लगते हैं, ठीक है, तो क्या बोले, फिगर्स ऑफ वर्ड्स ऑफ फ्रेज दैट आर रिलेटेड टू फिगरेटिव, हाँ ठीक है, एंड फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच कनोटेशन फॉर द इम्पैक्ट, ठीक है, एनेक्डोट एंटागोनिस्ट फिगर ऑफ स्पीच हो ही नहीं सकता, फिगर्स ऑफ वर्ड्स दैट रिलेटेड लिटरल यूसेज होता तो फिगर ऑफ स्पीच की क्या जरूरत थी. सो बी एंड डी, आई वोंट स्पेंड टाइम ऑन इजी क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग डी.एच. लॉरेंस रिटन इन इटली पब्लिश्ड, इफ यू रिमेंबर जस्ट दिस 1928, एंड जब हम कोर्स पढ़ा भी रहे थे तो आई सेड कि भाई योर पर्पज इज टू रिमेंबर द क्रोनोलॉजी एज वेल. सो लेडी चैटरलीज लवर केम इन 1928. आई डिडंट इवन लुक एट एनीथिंग एल्स. लॉरेंस 28, चैटरली सॉर्टेड. ईयर आपको याद रखना है सबका. Match the following books with author. Again, this could be a difficult question for some of you, but I think they must have played with something. Yeah, because all people know that it is the Dubliners is by James Joyce. ठीक है, तो I think उनको भी पता होगा कि भाई चालाकी तो हम लोग इसमें करेंगे नहीं, है ना. अब इसमें कुछ लोग, जैसे कैथरीन मैन्सफील्ड. कैथरीन मैन्सफील्ड is somebody whom I have taught in detail, I think, in my course. And Catherine Mansfield's The Garden Party. So C2 is in only 2 cases, C2 and D4. So you have sorted 2 things out. अच्छा वो क्या किया नो. And May Sinclair. देखिए, मे सिंक्लेयर भी हमने पढ़ाया इसीलिए ताकि हमें पता रहे कि भाई हाँ ये जो सीन है जो फेमस ऑथर से, उससे तो अब तो पैच कर जाएगा. बी का वन. ओके, दिस इज द ओनली केस. सो यू ओनली नीडेड टू नो मे सिंक्लेयर टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन करेक्टली. ठीक है. जेम्स जॉयस इज एनीवे इजी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स द वेल ऑफ लोनलीनेस बाय रेडक्लिफ हॉल. शी इज रिलेटिव, लाइक रेडक्लिफ हॉल इज रिलेटिवली lesser known than these 3 people, and because I have taught by Redcliffe Hall को मैंने कम डिटेल में पढ़ाया है तो मैं वो भी उस पर्सपेक्टिव से भी बोल रहा हूँ. So the well-wrought urn by Cleanth Brooks. Okay, so let's say you didn't know anything about anything, ठीक है, and I was discussing this book, The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud, when we were concluding our discussions on theory. So interpretation of dreams के आपको कुछ ज़्यादा बुद्धि लगानी ही नहीं. सो इफ़ यू नो दैट इट केम इन द ईयर 1900, जब बात हमारी सबसे पहले, तो इन लोगों को सबसे पहले यही आते हैं. सो देयर इज ओनली वन ऑप्शन दैट गोज CBDA, ठीक है. सो यू ऑलरेडी नो. एंड वेल रॉट अर्न, जैसे वी हैव डिस्कस द लैंग्वेज ऑफ द वेल रॉट अर्न, द लैंग्वेज ऑफ पोएट्री इज द लैंग्वेज ऑफ पैराडॉक्स. एंड जेम बॉड्रिलार्ड का आपको पता. और इनफैक्ट ग्रामेटोलॉजी मैंने कई बार बताया, 1967 में ओरिजिनल, 76 में इसका आया था ट्रांसलेशन. एंड देन सबसे अंत में पोस्ट मॉडर्न केस में 1981 ये बैठ रहा है. तो हमने ऑप्शन पहले ही फिगर आउट कर लिया. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंपैरेटिव लिटरेचर कॉन्सेप्ट सिग्निफाई लिटरेरी सिमिलरिटी बिटवीन द लीस्ट टू वर्क्स दैट कैन नॉट बी एक्सप्लेन्ड बाय कॉन्टैक्ट. अच्छा देखिए, ये सब जो चीज़ें हैं ना, दीज आर थियोरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है. एंड मैं चाहता हूँ कि अभी जब हम लोग डिस्कस करना शुरू करें, व्हेन वी स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग समथिंग, तो हमारा पर्पज ये होना चाहिए कि वी ऑल्सो लुक एट सर्टेन थियरीज, ठीक है. बट हम कंपैरेटिव लिटरेचर को भी अब हमें लगता है कि थोड़ा बहुत सीरियसली लेना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. अब क्या है कि कंपैरेटिव पोएट्री, so typological affinity is the correct option. इसमें क्या है कि let's say there are 2 works and they are not connected historically, they have not been contacted through history, but they are still comparable, ठीक है. तो और कंपैरेटिव पोएटिक्स क्या है कि इसमें क्रॉस कल्चरल स्टडी होती है, क्रॉस कल्चरल कंपैरिजंस होते हैं, ठीक है. इंटरमीडियलिटी का एक अलग कॉन्सेप्ट है, ठीक है. रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन लिटरेचर, ठीक है, लिटरेचर एंड मीडिया का कंपैरिजन जब करते हैं आप, तो उस तरीके का ये हो जाए. तो टाइपोलॉजिकल अफिनिटी वही है जब बिना किसी हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड के यू कॉन्टैक्ट एंड यू कंपेयर. सो द पब्लिकेशन परफॉर्मेंस व्हिच ऑफ Ngugi wa Thiong'os believed that his theater work attracted censorship because of its use of local language, its capability to swear large. So if you remember, we discussed him, and we if you ask me to categorize, if you ask me question, so this I would say is a tough question. ठीक है, इट इज़ अ टफ क्वेश्चन फॉर मोस्ट पीपल एंड आई वुडंट स्टॉप एडमिटिंग कि भाई टफ पूछा है, टफ है तो टफ है, ठीक है, इजी है तो इजी है. अगेन दिस कुड बी इजी इफ only if the options match properly. So if you already know that Oedipus Rex is a proper epic, ठीक है. So epic तो जहाँ पे जब बात epic की आ गई तो अच्छा, लेकिन हाँ Oedipus Rex epic है, लेकिन यहाँ दो बड़ी चीज़ें के बाद मतलब उसकी बात हो रही है. Oedipus Rex सॉरी प्ले है, मैं एपिक की बात कर रहा हूँ. ओडिसी एपिक है, मैं बार बार ओडिसी का बोलना चाहूँगा. एडिपस देख लिया, एडिपस मुंह से निकला जा रहा है, वही फ्राइडेन स्लिप हो गया. तो एपिक सिमिली एपिक से कनेक्ट कर देते हैं. ओडिसी एपिक है, सिंपल. C2 इज देयर इन ओनली वन ऑप्शन. क्वेश्चन तो इजी हो जाता है, बट ठीक है, बट क्या सीन क्या है, जैसे ड्रामेटिक और आयरनी की बात करते हैं तो एडिपस रेक्स में विच इज़ अ ड्रामा, विच इज़ अ प्ले, इसमें ड्रामेटिक और आयरनी होगी. एंथ्रोपोमार्फिज्म की बात हो रही है. एनिमल फॉर्म में सम एनिमल्स आर यूज्ड टू कन्वे द आइडिया ऑफ टोटलिटेरियनिज्म इन आवर सोसाइटी, इन आवर वर्ल्ड, एंड ऑफ कोर्स बिल्डुंग्सरोमा जो है, आई थिंक जिसको पता होगा D4, उसका नहीं, D4 से काम नहीं बनेगा. वो जानते थे कि D4 से काम सबको पता होगा, इसलिए वो नहीं करते. नाउ दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम इंडियन एस्थेटिक्स. आई wanted to discuss it in detail. I'll also provide some more PDFs of Indian aesthetics in my course, ताकि ये चीज़ थोड़ी आसान हो जाए. मुझे लगता है कि बहुत लोगों के लिए क्योंकि बहुत लोगों ने नहीं पढ़ा है तो यू नेवर नो. ठीक है, इसमें क्या एक, लेकिन अगर आपको हिंदी आती है तो यू कैन सॉल्व दिस. ठीक, श्रृंगार का रस है, का भाव है स्थाई भाव. देयर समथिंग विभाव और नहीं, विभाव और अस्थाई भाव, उसका एक हर एक रस का एक स्थाई भाव होता है. ठीक है, जिस एवरी रस हैज स्थाई भाव. इट द रस थियरी इज बाय भरत मुनि. ठीक है, भरत मुनि. ठीक, एंड इट इज इन हिज वर्क नाट्य शास्त्र. सॉरी, नाट्य शास्त्र इज द वर्क in which you find this discussion specifically in its chapter 6. Chapter 6 में जो है रस निष्पत्ति की बात हो रही है, and following chapters of course are important. So श्रृंगार का रति होता है तो A2 is a case. ठीक है, and हास रस, जो हास है उसका हास्य होगा तो B4 हो जाएगा. A2B4 is a case. A2B4 A2B4 is a case. Okay, it is a common case. They knew that people would be able to do it. Then शोक होता है, किसी के शोक क्या होता है, किसी के दुख बनाना, तो करुण रस उसमें आ जाएगा. एंड उत्साह होगा, जब उत्साहित रहेंगे तो वीर रस हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो इतना कोई बहुत बड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेश्चन नहीं है. जिसको हिंदी आती है उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है. अब इसको आप मैच कर लीजिए भैया. D3 का केस कहाँ बैठ रहा है, D3 यहाँ बैठ रहा है, एंड D3 यहाँ बैठ रहा है, एंड A2 बैठ रहा है. सो A2 ये करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा. दिस इज नॉट द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. सॉरी, D3 A2 D3 दिस इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. समटाइम्स यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ ऑप्टिंग द करेक्ट आंसर एज वेल. प्राइड एंड प्रेजुडिस, फीमेल कैरेक्टर्स मैच करना. प्राइड प्रेजुडिस, एलिजाबेथ बेनेट. कुछ भी नहीं आता होगा तो कोई भी आदमी अगर कुछ भी नहीं जानता है तो भी उसको इतना, कम से कम इतना तो पता रहता है कि हाँ ठीक है, परसुएशन का एनिलेट है. अगर आप नॉर्थएंगर अभी नहीं भी पढ़े हैं आपने, मेरा सिर दर्द हो गया. तो सो A2 and B4 can it solve the question for you? A2 and B4 is this is, so they are very smart, right? So obviously you have to know the names of all, specifically जैसे नॉर्थएंगर has Catherine and Mansfield has Fanny Price. You have to know the protagonist of all the novels of Jane Austen, and that is why I have taught about these characters in my course. कि मुझे पता था ये questions बन सकते हैं. D3 is there's only one case where you can solve. D3 is in only one case. Okay. Which of the following is true for mask performances? I'm a bit tired now because we have taken this class for so long, and most of my classes are, ठीक है, most of my classes are usually around an hour or so. So We'll have to take some break. Take a small break. So masks is important theatrical form during the reign of sin. Yeah, correct. Private trial of false. Okay. Correct. They were no. They were expensive to mount. They were expensive. Yeah, they were expensive. बहुत पैसा लगता था उनको में. The designer the most successful. Yeah, if you remember मैंने ये बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ा है अपने कोर्स में. So ABD. ठीक है. Which of the following works is attributed to Ben Jonson? And of course, I've taken the name of this thing again and again. It is in the first folio, and this is by Webster and like other writers. ठीक है. This is Webster का वो था, Duchess of Malfi. In the following lines from John Donne's Death Be Not Proud. If you check the entry on paradox, ठीक है, there is this entry on paradox in M.H. Abrams. M.H. Abrams में paradox का example देखने जाएंगे ना, you will find this as the first major example, right? So M.H. Abrams में entry है जो paradox की, please check it out. Desirable daughter, that long silence. See, that long silence was prescribed in most of the university syllabi. And जैसे जब हम देसाई जी को डिस्कस कर रहे थे, द इनहेरिटेंस ऑफ लॉस की जब हम डिस्कशन कर रहे थे, तो हमने किरण और उनके बीच में आप लोग कंफ्यूज जाते हैं. उनकी माता जी किरण उनकी डॉटर है, ठीक है. सो दैट लॉन्ग साइलेंस आई थिंक वुड बी सफिशिएंट टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन, ठीक है. And then Desirable Daughters by Mukherjee and this is something that I don't want to read because I'm a bit tired, friends. ठीक है. तो I don't know, I have a sudden feeling of a bit of nausea. See, this is something that I think that wouldn't be a problem. Take there's a Hugo Award. Just solve B1 and see that this is the only option. ठीक है. Just match. Fine. ये कोई बहुत logical question है. You just have to remember the facts. Things fall apart. ठीक है. अगर आपको थोड़ा बहुत भी आता है एंड इनका why should we all be feminists जैसे हैं तो we ठीक है. इनका चिमामांडा का इनका है why should we all be feminists. मैंने जब मैं पढ़ा रहा था when we were discussing African literature, I talked about this work. So C1 is in only one case. You sometimes like you don't remember. Just say I have never heard of Sitsi Danzarungba. I don't know. I've never heard. Some people might claim later on भाई पेपर देखने के बाद सॉल्व करने के बाद. मैंने कभी इनको ज़िंदगी में गूगल भी नहीं किया है. मैंने इनको किताब में भी अभी पढ़ा नहीं है. There are no smart good books on this literature. You have to read it in detail. अगर तो बहुत टाइम लग जाता है. So I think some questions can be solved based on what you know and so ठीक है. Fourth है तो it's nervous conditions by him and season of migration is Taib Saleh is ठीक है quite known. तो think which of the following is a part of Anthony? See, when we were discussing this fair, I have discussed I've discussed this one. ठीक है. So I think it was not just it was not just Clockwork. In 1962 में it's a different work, and that is why I discussed Burgess. ठीक है. This BCD. ठीक है. So which of the following features of the MIT? This is a stupid question. ठीक है. This is Mantra Machine Translation System. Some of you might be knowing because ठीक है. This is a question from the Rajbhasha department. ठीक है. Rajbhasha department ये आई थिंक ये तो बहुत वो हो जाता है ना। अच्छा देखिए, राजभाषा, मंत्रा राजभाषा, क्योंकि आई हैव अपीयर्ड इन सर्टेन एग्जाम्स एंड आई एम समबडी हु इज़ क्वाइट अवेयर अबाउट द राजभाषा वर्क। तो इट कैन डिपेंड भाई, इसमें ये ऐसा क्वेश्चन है दैट शुड नॉट बी एक्सपेक्टेड। हाउ वुड समबडी हु इज़ नॉट रिमोटली एसोसिएटेड विद राजभाषा सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन? मेरे लिए इजंट अ बिग क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि मैं राजभाषा से बहुत कनेक्टेड हूँ, ठीक है, लेकिन नॉट एवरीबडी कैन बी। एंड व्हेन आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू, मैंने देखा कि हाँ ठीक है, A, B एंड C आर करेक्ट ऑप्शंस, D इज रॉन्ग, ठीक है, A, B, C। ये आप पढ़ लीजिएगा, जस्ट फैक्चुअली। ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने एक बनाया प्रोजेक्ट मंत्रा, उसको इंग्लिश से हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करता है। इट यूजेज स्टॉक इन्फॉर्मेशन, ठीक है। उसमें आपने जैसे मान लीजिए कि पावती है, आवती है, पावती, इस तरीके के वर्ड्स होते हैं। फॉसिल फ्यूल है, जीवाश्म हो जाता है, जीवाश्म ईंधन हो जाता है। तो इस तरीके के काम आपको वो आसान कर देता है ट्रांसलेशन के, स्पेसिफिकली विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑफिशियल ट्रांसलेशंस, ठीक है। तो I don't know why I'm not feeling that well, but I shall return to this Bengal by Jibananda Das. Jibananda Das was a poet, a writer, a novelist, ठीक है, and he was born in the year 1899, 1954. Just a fact, who knows कि क्या पूछ ले, पर इनका जन्म करंटली जो बांग्लादेश है वहाँ पे हुआ था, पर तभी तो बंगाल एक ही था। I shall return to Dhansiris Bank, perhaps not as a man, but myna or fishing kite or dawn crow, floating on the mist bosom to alight in the shade of this jackfruit tree in the autumn harvest land, or maybe a duck, a young girls। ये आएंगे वापस तो क्या क्या हो सकते हैं, वो उसकी बात करें कि एक दिन मैं बंगाल आऊँगा और मैं ये होऊंगा। हार्वेस्ट लैंड, मे बी अ डक, यंग गर्ल्स, bells on my red feet, drifting on culmy scented waters all the day. For love of Bengal's rivers, fields, crops, I'll come this way to this sad green shore of Bengal, drenched by Jalangi's waves। Jalangi, ठीक है, Jalangi, जल। Perhaps you will see a glass fly ride the evening breeze, or hear a barn all come from the silk cotton tree. It's basically descriptions of nature and what will happen when it comes. A little child toss rice grains on the courtyard grass, or a boy of Rupsa's turgid stream steer a dinghy। dinghy क्या होती है, वो जो छोटी सी नाव होती है, you basically, ठीक है, ऐसा, ठीक है। And there could be person doing chop with torn white sail, white egrets swimming through red clouds to the home. You'll find me amongst that crowd. So he'll not be with humans but with these people. That is the fear of speech in floating on the mist. Floating on the mist bottom to alight. तो इसमें वो पूछ रहे हैं कि भैया क्या है, फ्लोटिंग ऑन द मिस्ट बॉजम, मिस्ट के बॉजम पे है, तो इसमें मेटाफर का सीन है नहीं, तो इट्स पर्सोनिफिकेशन इसलिए बिकॉज पर उसमें एक ह्यूमन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, बॉजम क्या होता है, जो चेस्ट होता है वो तो मतलब एक ह्यूमन या एटलीस्ट एनिमल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, तो वही उसको लिविंग बना दिया। It celebrates the what is true or not true about this above poem. It celebrates the flora and fauna। देखिए इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस सिर्फ और सिर्फ आप पेपर देखेंगे और सॉल्व कर लेंगे, ठीक है। इसमें इतना नहीं है कि कोई बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो, जब टेक्स्ट वाला पूछता है ना तो ज़्यादा दिक्कतें होते। बेसिकली फ्लोरा फौना का नहीं, इट अबाउट पोएट्स इकोलॉजिकल इट। सो बेसिकली इसमें हुआ ये है कि इन्होंने पोएट अपने बंगाल को याद कर रहे हैं, वो वहाँ जाना चाहते हैं, वो चीज़। तो ये पार्टीशन हुआ है कि नहीं पता, ये पार्टीशन का तो हमें नहीं पता, हमें पता है कि माइग्रेट कर गए हैं पोएट, तो इसलिए माइग्रेशन के बारे में, ठीक है। व्हाट डज द पोएट इम्प्लाई सेड ही माइट नॉट रिटर्न एज अ मैन। सो इस केस में क्या है कि ही माइट नॉट रिटर्न एज अ मैन, कि ही नोज ही विल बी रीइंकार्नेशन की बात नहीं हो रही है, वो तो मेटाफोरिकल एक बात हो जाती है। ही वांट्स टू रिमेन क्लोज टू धनसिरीज बैंक, ऑब्वियसली नॉट। Humans are bound by geopolitical borders, but animals are not. Crickets are not. Cricket मतलब वो झींगुर नहीं होते, छोटे छोटे एनिमल्स नहीं होते, उड़ने वाले पक्षी नहीं होते. तो humans are bound by geopolitical borders, but not animals, and that is why the poet says that he does not want to return as a man. So we have already answered the question. Why does the poet refer to the shore of Bengal as sad? It has become green and mossy. Obviously, not many of Bengal's inhabitants have left the place. ठीक है, it's not about ecology, it's about the migration itself. ठीक है. Okay. I don't know. I'm a bit tired. I'm extremely tired. In fact, it would be. I don't know why I'm feeling sick right now, because maybe this was a very busy day for me. I've been working throughout the day and I couldn't sleep much, so that could be the reason. So just let me take a break of just a few seconds, because then only we can continue. Meanwhile, you can read the question. I think we should all just quickly complete it. There are only 3 questions, so the perennial debate about gender differential statements remain inconclusive. Perennial हमेशा जो debate होती रहती है इसको लेके, it remains inconclusive. There's no conclusion. Stereotypes pertaining to male superiority and female submission can be traced to earlier ages where assigned role were needed as survival measures. But can we today see a swing away from these stereotypes, or have they established a strange hold on perceptions? In the gendered world क्या है, जहाँ पे gender से related एक मतलब gendered means where there is a preference or there is a design in which particular genders can see the world in a particular way. ठीक है, and again they can feel discriminated, or they can feel their gender as a specific factor in their existence, and with respect to the resources available, with respect to the safety that they feel in the world. We continue to live with the nations that one's gender determines one's skills and preferences from toys, colors, and so the girl child will be presented with a Barbie doll. Okay. So it's all about this stereotypical presentations. Does that mean that our brains are different? This myth has been explored by a British professor of cognitive neuroimagining. Now the real question, the scientific basis comes. Here is a research attempts to establish how these stereotypes mold our ideas of ourselves. Sorry. She examines how science has misinterpreted or misused and to ask the wrong questions to challenge the status quo. Status quo means the current existing status, ठीक है, जो अभी है, exist कर रहा है. She urges us to move beyond a binary view of people's brain and instead to see that these are highly individualized, profoundly adaptable, and full of unbounded potential. Her conclusive findings establish that no brain differences can be found that are solely gender related. In fact, there is no, people, obviously the cranial capacity was gendered, like described as male and female, but gender is a social construct. We have been discussing it so far. Okay, so the way we see people, the capacities do not really translate into anything. That is what she is saying. In physical terms, obviously the testosterone in male's body works as a sort of drug, a sort of booster of power and performance, specifically like sprinting, fighting, and these activities. But then these are the neuroscientists say that brain का कोई difference नहीं है, ठीक है? No decisive category defining differences between brains, ठीक है? As a result, findings we owe it ourselves to dump the myths and look at ourselves afresh. We need to recognize the male and female brains debate is a distraction, besides being based on inaccuracies. It's possible harmful too, because it can be used as a hook to justify saying that there is no point in girls doing science because they do not have a science brain. मतलब बच्चों को इसलिए ना साइंस पढ़ाएं कि लोग बोले कि नहीं महिलाएं तो साइंस पढ़ नहीं सकती, और compelling boys to opt for science because their brains are shaped for their subject. For example, boys तब तो हमारा लिटरेचर वाला सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ेंगे अगर इस तरीके का होगा तो. So it can also condemn boys for being emotional, as this is seen as a feminine trait, and most dangerous of all, to proclaim that boys, not girls, are meant to lead. ठीक है, तो इसमें ये होगा लीडर बॉयज होने चाहिए, गर्ल्स ने. तो वही दे चैलेंज द एस्टैब्लिश्ड नोशन, दे चैलेंज द, ठीक है. The researcher of British professor of economics succeeded in establishing, in fact, okay. ये पूछ रहा है कॉग्निटिव सक्सीड इन एस्टैब्लिशिंग क्या करे. ये एस्टैब्लिश नहीं है, ये तो चैलेंज है, तो बी तो हम नहीं ले रहे हैं, ठीक है. एंड इफ यू आर नॉट टेकिंग बी, शी इज नॉट सेइंग दैट दे आर लाइक, but there is no direct gender related problem. They are obviously different, but there is no, so it should be D only, ठीक है. The synonym for strange hold para 1. strange hold किसी को क्या होता है, जब आप किसी को मतलब कंट्रोल कर ले, बहुत ज़्यादा उसको कंट्रोल कर ले, ओवरवेलमिंग कंट्रोल, ठीक है, तो वो हो जाएगा. By referring to word as gendered, they write, see, referring to word gendered, I was discussing the word gendered itself. So sometimes gendered means one, that there are stereotypes, and then that these stereotypes translate into real world where people start feeling the discrimination. So society continues fixated on gender based stereotypes, ठीक है. Although ये सबसे बेस्ट है क्योंकि ये चीज़ें डिस्कस करते हैं, पर दिस इज स्टीरियोटाइप्स का जो है ये ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट. जेंडर कैन बी डिटेक्टेड ना, द डिबेट ऑन जेंडर विल नेवर बी ना, वंस जेंडर इज बाउंड टू डिटरमिन वंस एबिलिटीज is also factually wrong. So B is correct option. The writer of this passage wants to emphasize use new insights provided by scientific research for better understanding of human abilities. Of course, continuously no, they don't want to debate question on the finding. No, except gender differences. No, of course, gender differences should not be accepted, and there is no specific gender difference. So with this question, we end our discussion of the PYQ 2024, and I hope you find it helpful. And I tried to convey with this. I don't know why my health deteriorated all of a sudden, but I think we'll take a break with respect to the publication of videos as well. And if you are interested, please buy the course. It is available at only rupees 14.99. ठीक है, course. You can download the CVT concept app. ठीक है, download the CVT concept app, and this would be sufficient. Where you can purchase it for just for 14.99. It is a good course. So I'm hopeful that this, if you're buying this course, it will help you a lot. But I'm also hopeful that you will go through those works that I have told you to go through. ठीक है, read M.H. Abrams, read all the required books on each standard books on each segment of the syllabus, and also go through the Wikipedia pages of all the prizes, Nobel Prize and Nobel or Sahitya Academy or other prizes, and just go through the authors. You can also check out little bit of these details. Just go through them. ठीक है, it will help you a lot, and it will also make you aware about these uncertain questions. And then you have to I'll provide more if possible. I'll come up with videos on translation. I'm currently not thinking of. I think PDFs are sufficient because this is a small part in the syllabus, and again you cannot really predict, because teaching translation studies means that you have to devote at least a month to it. It is a long process. So I'll try to figure out the best cases, and if possible we'll come up with some video later on. Okay, let's see when the exam happens. So with this we have discussed all the PYQs on YouTube, and I hope these were helpful to you. Thank you so much. If you liked this video, you can also tell us that you found this video helpful, as well as you can purchase the course if you have not done it yet. Thank you so much.